Baghdad, April 2003. A city which had seen numerous conquering armies now fell to the armed might of the United States. In the days after the U.S. invasion, the pillage of priceless ancient treasures from Baghdad's museums symbolized the destruction and humiliation America brought this land, the cradle of civilization. Iraq, the ancient land of Mesopotamia, the Greek word for the land between the rivers. Over 5,000 years ago, the Sumerians created humanity's first stable city-based agricultural society, invented the plow and writing. This is where law and accounting were invented, and where the Old Testament placed the Garden of Eden. Down through the millennia, the flow of human migration, war, and conquest brought a succession of civilizations. In the 13th century, Baghdad was destroyed by the invading Mongols, and the region remained economically weakened until it fell under the domination of the Turkish Ottoman Empire in the 16th century. Under Turkish rule, which lasted until World War I, Iraq consisted of 3 administrative provinces: Mosul, Baghdad, and Basra. By the end of the 19th century, the Ottoman Empire was in decline, and the Middle East had become a scene of growing rivalry among the world's colonial powers. A resource that transcended all others, oil, provided the fuel for the expansion of European and then U.S. imperialism in the region. And oil made the Middle East what the U.S. State Department later called the greatest strategic prize in history. The Anglo-Persian Oil Company, now British Petroleum, began producing oil in neighboring Iran in 1908. Winston Churchill converted the empire's ships to oil in 1912. Airplanes and tanks made their first combat appearance in World War I, underscoring petroleum's new strategic value. During the war, the British, most famously through their operative T.E. Lawrence, Lawrence of Arabia, promised independence to the people of the region, provided they allied with Britain against the Ottoman Empire. At the same time they were promising independence, the British and the French were negotiating the 1916 Sykes-Picot Agreement to carve up the Middle East between them. The British got Iraq, Palestine, and Jordan, and the French took Greater Syria, including Lebanon. Like his American counterparts today, British General Stanley Maude declared after taking Baghdad, "Our armies do not come into your cities and lands as conquerors or enemies, but as liberators." The new rulers of Mesopotamia and their imperial cartographers further inflamed the region by detaching oil-rich Kuwait from the province of Basra and formally making it a British colony. The British-French betrayal triggered a revolt for the independence of Syria, Palestine, and Iraq. The people fought so fiercely that British leaders used chemical weapons against them. Winston Churchill said, "I do not understand this squeamishness about the use of gas. I am strongly in favor of using poison gas against uncivilized tribes." Confronted with massive resistance, Britain's Lord Curzon proposed creating an Arab facade behind which the British would rule. Modern-day Iraq was created at a closed-door meeting of British officials at the Semiramis Hotel in Cairo, Egypt. 2 pro-British Iraqis were present to witness the scene. The British anointed one of the sons of Sharif Hussein, the Hashemite ruler of Mecca in what is now Saudi Arabia, as king of Iraq. His brother was made king of Jordan. There was no Iraqi national anthem, so during the coronation, the British military band played God Save the King. Their puppet king, Faisal, was forced to sign a 75-year concession granting the foreign-owned Iraq Petroleum Company all rights to the country's oil. The British ruled Iraq directly and indirectly from the end of World War I until a nationalist coup overthrew the Hashemite monarchy in 1958. After World War II, British hegemony in the Middle East was challenged and eventually supplanted by the American empire and its voracious appetite for oil and power.